We went 6-0 last WNBA video, 2-0 on the video, 4-0 on the VIP. Today, it's Sunday, September 21st. I have my two best bets for you guys on PrizePicks and Underdog Fantasy. As always, before we go over the insane day we had on the last video, firstly, go down there, hit a like on the video. It only takes one click. Really do appreciate all the likes. Does help push this video out to the algorithm. And while you're down there, go subscribe. You can check our videos every day. We hop on here if it's the NFL, if it's the NBA, if it's the WNBA. We don't miss a day. We give you guys our two best bets every single day. We're super profitable, so you got to make sure you are subscribed. But like I said, the video, 2-0 yesterday, or last video, Sabrina Ionescu, last WNBA game, cash her points. Alyssa Thomas went way over her PRAs. The winnable 10x'd everyone on here. A 6-0 day is absolutely insane. We did not miss a single pick, and we are going to do that again today. Firstly, what I want to say, this VIP, everyone watching this should be on this. So firstly, for free, you can go in here and claim one of these free picks. I send out 4 extra best bets every single day to my paying VIP subscribers, but for a free plan, you can claim one of these 4 picks. I send out my first pick for completely free. What it looks like when you see the top link in the description, firstly, you'll see this free plan, $0 completely free. Get that one bet. But if you really want the 4 bets, which is super profitable, you should be paying this because you'll make your money back in 1 or 2 days. Then the rest of the week or the rest of the month will be straight profit. Check out the VIP plan because we have it super cheap. We hit at a super high rate. I think we have 8 4-0 sweeps in the last 2 months, which is like insane profit. We're like doubling your guys' money right now. Before we go into the picks today, what I want to say is, guys, we have just partnered with Chalkboard. What Chalkboard is, they will give you $20 to play with on your account, no deposit required. No other app right now is doing this. Code BROS, B-R-O-S. Get on this if you're in any of these states. Get on Chalkboard, download the app, or there's a link in the description, second link in the description. Get on there, everyone. It's a no-brainer. You can build up this $20 to multiple hundreds of dollars with profitable picks. You have to use our code BROS to get this. No deposit at all. I've not seen another app do this. You can go out there for completely free, claim your 20, build it up to multiple hundreds of dollars. Download Chalkboard right now. Everyone watching this video, if you take one thing away from this video, is get on Chalkboard, get that free $20 with our code BROS. So hopping on here in PrizePicks and Underdog Fantasy, you can always find value on these lines, and that's what I always do. Aaliyah Boston, go over to her points, and it's 14 on PrizePicks. Go over to Underdog Fantasy, and you get this at 13.5. I won't go over what the exact deposit matches and free picks are for PrizePicks until after I tell you why I like Aaliyah Boston, but you really have to be on both these apps because if you want to be profitable, you will find line values, you'll find line differences constantly on these apps. Looking at Aaliyah Boston, look at her last 5 games. You guys notice something? Last game, she just played in the playoff game. She landed right on 14 points. If she lands on 14 points on PrizePicks, you don't win your money back. That's a push. You get your money back. But on Underdog, you win this pick. If she lands on 14, it's over that 13.5. It really makes all the difference when you are profitable being on the right app. My first pick is better on Underdog. My second pick is going to be better on PrizePicks. So looking at her last 5 games, she's only been over this in 2 of her last 5. But you really have to take that with a grain of salt at the beginning of the playoffs because a lot of these games she's going under is the end of the regular season where she's not playing that many minutes against the Las Vegas Aces. They are terrible at guarding centers. If we go over to WNBA defense against position, if this will load here, we'll go centers 2025 and run it. Look at this. The Aces are absolutely terrible. 4th worst in all the WNBA against centers giving up points. And you can see that in Aaliyah Boston's game log. So last time she played the Aces, went slightly under this, 13 points. Only shot 6 from 18 from the field. 18 field goal attempts. I'm going to be betting her over points if she gets 18 field goal attempts every single day of the week. The 2 games before that, 20 points in only 24 minutes. That was an absolute easy cash in only 24 minutes. And then here, 26 points in 33 minutes. The only thing that can hurt this is a blowout. I don't think it happened. She's been over in 2 straight games. And actually did hit this even when it was a blowout against Atlanta. Aces are not good at guarding centers. Aaliyah Boston has just hit this against them 2 of 3 times this year. The only time she went under, she was barely under right at 13. In the playoffs, she's going to be playing more minutes. 13.5 is a crazy line for Aaliyah Boston. I'm absolutely smashing the over on Underdog Fantasy because it has a lower prop. Like I said, the second pick will be better on PrizePicks, but because these apps have different lines, it means you have to be on both of them if you truly want to be profitable, because then sometimes you'll play it on PrizePicks, sometimes you'll play it on Underdog, because if you're on the wrong app and it's like a 5 or 6 leg parlay, that could be the difference between winning or losing hundreds of dollars. PrizePicks, what the deposit match is, use our code BROS, B-R-O-S. If you're a new first-time depositor, anything. When you firstly play your $10, your first $10 you play, they'll add $50 in your account. So if you're on PrizePicks, you haven't been on there before, get on there, use our code BROS, put in any deposit. If it's $10, if it's $50, if it's $100, once you play your first 10, they'll add 50 onto your account for completely free. Underdog deposit matches are crazy. So whatever you put into there, they'll add half of that on top. So say you put in 100, they'll add an extra 50 on top of that. And then on top of that deposit match, they have the same thing as PrizePicks. So once you play your first $5, they'll add an extra 50 on top of that for completely free. It's a no-brainer to get on here and get those deposit matches. It really builds you up right like high with how much money you have. And then PrizePicks and Underdog constantly run these free props. So when you're a new user, Underdog will guaranteed have a free pick at the top of your pick page. And then PrizePicks, if you go over here and look at PrizePicks and just look at popular, you can see right now in the NFL there's this Patrick Mahomes free score. Even if you don't bet the NFL, you obviously know Patrick Mahomes is passing for 1 yard. These are just free winners. These are just more ways to claim these free picks. And if you're not on both the apps, you're only going to get one app's promos. You're not going to get both of them. But what I really do recommend, like I said earlier, Chalkboard, guys, they have these free picks. They have $20 for you for completely free, no deposit required. You don't have to put any of your own money in. You can just go on there, play with their money, build their money up with our code BROS, and then deposit that money and keep it for yourself for no risk of your own. Download Chalkboard, use our code BROS, BROS. Second pick, like I said, is better on PrizePicks, and I'll show you that. Go to Napheesa Collier. You can see her PRA is 32.5. You could probably guess what it's going to be on PrizePicks. Right here, it's right at 32, and I like that. In her last 5 games, she's only been over this in 1 of her last 5. But you have to take it with a grain of salt when it's early in the playoffs, because last playoff game, Sabrina Ionescu, she was under in 5 straight games. I still told you guys the value's on the over. She cashed the over. Alyssa Thomas was under in 5 straight games. I tell you guys the value's on the over. She cashed that over right here. Napheesa Collier, even though she's only been over in 1 of her last 5, the value is still on the over, because looking at her game log, firstly, she crushed this in the Golden State Warriors' first game of Golden State Valkyries, what I'm saying, sorry. Golden State Valkyries, she crushed it. The game before this, 28 PRA, so that's under, but she only played 26 minutes because it was an absolute blowout. If she plays her normal minutes, she crushes this line. And then let's go back to 2024. Look what she did in the playoffs against Phoenix. Look at this, guys. 42-5-9, that's 51 PRAs. 38-6-4, that's 48 PRAs. Crushing this, like absolutely blowing this out of the water. Even if it's a blowout, she can get 32 PRAs. The value's on the over. Not a lot of people are on this because she's been under in 4 of her last 5, but that's when you have an edge. That's when you have the value. I really like Napheesa Collier over 32 PRAs. Love Aaliyah Boston over 13.5 points. I think we've hit 5 of our last 6 video plays, so in 3 straight days, we've only missed 1 bet. And then on the VIP, we constantly have those 4-0 days like I showed you. Sign up for the VIP, top link in the description. You will be making so much money with how many times we go 4-0. Sign up for PrizePicks and Underdog Fantasy with our code BROS. Make sure you subscribe. But like I said, if you take one thing away from this video, go on Chalkboard, use our code BROS, no risk of your own. Get that free $20 with no deposit. Build it up to hundreds of dollars using these picks, using the VIP picks. We will keep on cashing you boys out. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss these videos every single day. We do not miss a day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.